Date Everything is the first game released by Sassy Chap Games, a studio founded by veteran voice actors Ray Chase, Robbie Damon, Amanda Hufford, and Max Middleman. At its core, this is a dating sim with 100 romanceable NPCs, all voiced by beloved actors. I've played roughly 17 hours of this game, which is about half of the expected playthrough time. This review is completely spoiler-free, and for transparency, I did receive an early review copy. Thank you so much, Team 17. I also pre-ordered the deluxe edition, and I will be streaming it on release day. So what's the story? Well, you are a work-from-home customer service rep who is lacking in the romance department. You receive a mysterious pair of Date Theater sunglasses at your doorstep. Putting them on allows you to directly acknowledge a thing's existence, or date. There is an overarching storyline concerning the company you work for, Derwyen, which is kind of a cross between Apple and Amazon. They pioneer cutting-edge technology like air fryers and phones, but also sell a large amount of wares. In addition to the larger storyline, each of the 100 characters have their own. Now let's dive a little deeper into gameplay. Every day you'll have 5 charges to speak to whoever you want to. There are at least 2 characters I met that don't use a charge when you speak to them, but we're not going into spoilers here. Otherwise, you can talk to any character at any time in any order, pending a few who only appear at specific times and in very specific ways. It's basically an open world or open house. Each character can have one of 3 endings: friendship, love, or hate. It may take several in-game days to reach an ending, or it may take 3 sentences. Regardless of the ending, you earn something called specs points. These points allow you to open different dialogue options with certain characters, and they have an endgame function as well. You'll also need to pay attention to their requests, because some characters will welcome you back whenever, but some require your assistance the following day. There is a journal function that helps with that and tells you where you've left off with other characters. And some characters are more likely to have a specific ending, and you'll need to really work the dialogue to get the ending that you want. Date Everything also introduces a mechanic called Content Aware Mode. This allows for a heads up when a character may have details in their story that's a little darker, like horror themes, mental health issues, sexual content, or abusive behaviors. You can skip the character's story altogether without losing any of your specs points. I've also noticed that the dialogue often provides an out in conversation. For instance, one character speaks very abrasively towards you, and while I allowed it at first, I wanted nothing to do with him after a few minutes. I was able to select a nope out dialogue option that ended the conversation right then and there. But before you can date an NPC, you've got to find them first. The majority are straightforward: your couch, coffee table, fridge, and stove, but some require a very specific spot. Not every floor, wall, or ceiling is their respective character, for instance. Then there are others who require more in-depth discovery. This is often from completing other character storylines. Halfway through the game, I can confirm that I've found all but one character, so some present a bit more of a challenge. There's another mechanic in the game called rumors, where other characters will hint at or flat out tell you about others. So you're not blindly trying to find everybody on your own. Let's get into music, art style, and voice acting. Each character is fully voiced by renowned voice artists like Brendan Lee Mulligan, Christina V, Matthew Mercer, Alex Lee, Laura Bailey, Damian Haas, Dante Bosco, Colleen Klinkbeard, and so many more. So if you're fans of Critical Role, Dropout, and even Genshin Impact, you may recognize a lot of the voices here. There are over 13,000 hand-drawn images, which really makes this game shine. Each character has several poses and emotions. I mean, just look at Shadow Lord here. The emotions on a skull are so good. The character designs are so in-depth that you could spend hours studying them and looking for all the little Easter eggs. My favorite part is looking at their shoes. And each character has their own music that encapsulates their personality. It really cranks up the immersion factor. Okay, so the game looks good and sounds great, but is it fun to play? Absolutely. I love the storylines for each character so far, and have fallen for some characters I didn't even expect to like as much as I did. While the character styles are goofy, many of the stories don't have expected endings or can touch on some very real issues. One of the cool things about the character storylines is that they often cross into each other and interact. You may need to grab a few of the other characters to help with another storyline, or you'll see them conversing and hanging out. This house feels alive. I need to emphasize here, there are twists and surprises around every corner with these characters. Some will have your jaw on the floor or cracking up when their stories are through. One even had me in tears so far. And if you think the voice acting is top-notch, the writing itself delivers a healthy mix of laugh-out-loud moments and serious conversations laced with puns and pop culture references. Then there's the overarching story with the company you work for, with a lot of unanswered questions that'll keep you guessing. Who made the date viators and why? Will you still have a job at the end? And what will become of the objects of your desire? On the downside, the days themselves feel very short, and going to bed feels like a waste of time. It's also disheartening to cozy up to a character for them to end up hating you out of left field. There is a second chance mechanic for a character that hates you, so not all hope is lost. I haven't unlocked it yet in the game, so I don't know presently how it works. There's also some overlap in stories too. Several characters have identity issues or deal with too much baggage or abject loneliness, but the personalities of each character differ enough to make each one feel fresh. There's also one aspect of the game that I don't particularly understand, and that's the collectibles. I think they're denoted up here in the data decks. I'm not entirely sure what triggers obtaining one, because it doesn't appear to be a thing at all, but maybe beats in the character's full story. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments if you have any idea how the system works. And to answer a lot of comments about gender that I've received in this game, you never actually see your character, but you do get to select your pronouns at the beginning. For dateable NPCs, 50 are identified as men, 43 women, and 7 non-binary. You can date, friend, or hate anybody. And that's it. If you're really into playing therapist for a bunch of household objects come to life, or you want to romance a really hot toaster, this game may be for you. Let me know if you're planning to play and who is at the top of your love list. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.